promoting and preserving the cultural and natural heritage in the Philippines. Cultural heritage is the legacy of physical artifacts and intangible attributes of a group or society that are inherited from the past generations, maintained in the present, and perceived for the benefits of future generations. Cultural heritage plays a very important role in our life. It is what keeps us attached to our religion, traditions, and beliefs. Most of the people never know that Philippines are very rich of cultural heritage. We actually have the most diverse culture than anywhere else. Many Filipinos nowadays didn't care about our majestic past and continue to embrace the modern time. It's important to look back at our past because our past defines who we are and what we are today. The Philippines are known for having rich and large amounts of heritage, such as heritage festivals. Heritage festivals have the potential to fascinate, exhibit cultural tradition and educate the general public about rich culture, also at the same time raise the economic impact on the community. Cultural heritage festivals perform as a vibrant power behind cultural improvement and social connection while bringing a monetary sustenance. Heritage festivals are one of an important element to educate cultural heritage to general people and for development. Cultural heritage festivals are widely well throughout in contribution to the economic development of the local organizer. Another heritage in the Philippines is rice terraces of the Cordilleras. Topping the list of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites Philippines is the Cordillera Rice Terraces. It is an outstanding example of an evolved, living cultural landscape that can be traced as far back as 2,000 years ago. While this UNESCO World Heritage Site was built 1,000 years ago, the traditional farming techniques is still practiced to this day. That's why the rice terraces of the Philippines Cordilleras are an important part of the Philippines cultures and identity. It is also a living testament to the sophistications of pre-colonial Filipinos because the Cordilleras were highly affected by the colonizations. Among the World Heritage Sites in the Philippines, the rice terraces of the Philippines Cordilleras have such a powerful presence that makes them one of the most outstanding places in the country. This also shows the harmony between humankind and environment. Another heritage in the Philippines is Tubataha Reefs Natural Park. One of the most remarkable heritage sites in the Philippines is the Tubataha Reefs National Park. Most people consider this UNESCO World Heritage Sites as a very driver's dream. Tubataha Reefs National Park is one of the Philippines' best diving spots, where you can see over 350 species of coral and almost 500 species of fish. The reserve also protects one of the few remaining colonies of breeding seabirds in the region. It's a persistent coral reef that hosts a dense and diverse marine life. Tubataha Reefs National Park is undoubtedly one of the incredible coral reefs that we have on this planet. It is comprised of South and the North Reef, and it will be a unique experience of the lifetime. The dramatic underwater terrain of the reef while exploring the amazing biodiverse marine life like manta rays, turtles, and sharks will be an interesting experience for you. Another heritage in the Philippines is Vigan. Vigan is a cultural heritage city located at the west-northwest coastline of the islands of Luzon, in the province of Ilocos Sur. It was recognized as the World Heritage Site in the year 1999. This historic and cultural city is the archetypal Spanish, colonial urban planning and architecture in the Philippines that preserve European-style buildings. It is surely an uncurled jewel of South Asia. Another heritage in the Philippines is Church of Santo Tomas de Villanueva, Miagao, Iloilo. One of the most heritage sites in the Philippines is the Church of Santo Tomas de Villanueva in Miagao. It is among the best example of the fortress Baroque style in the country. Built of local yellow-orange sandstone, the church stands on the highest elevation of the town and was completed in 1797. The church withstood typhoons and earthquakes and was burned twice. First was during the revolution against Spain in 1897, and the second was during the Philippines-American War.
Cultural heritage is our country identity. It is important because it gives our integrity as a people. Losing our cultural heritage is like losing our own self. So to avoid this circumstance, we must preserve it. One of the ways that we can promote our cultural heritage is by using new designs. We must be creative in this advocacy. For the people, especially the youth, will recognize and help in the preservation of our own culture.